Welcome back to 60 Plus Pottery. I'm a 60 plus person who is teaching herself pottery. Working on learning how to make plates at the moment, and it has been challenging. I started off with using 3 pounds of clay, and I found that just wasn't enough. I wanted a bigger plate, so I have now gone to 3.5 pounds. At the moment we are working on coning up this 3.5 pounds, coning down, remembering not to make sudden moves. I did have a few weeks of instruction with a lovely young lady who got busy. She's a teacher and teaches school, and she's got children, so she just got too busy to teach. So I have tried to get into some local places, and they are booked up for quite some time. So I am teaching myself. I have a couple people, different people online that I watch, and I will be giving shout outs to them. For this, I am using the flattest part of my hand to pull this out a bit. Again, I want a bigger plate. Over there and get that off. Again, I apologize that my wheel is noisy. This is an old Lockerbie wheel, and I am going to work on trying to get some rubber underneath there between the plate and the desk. So I believe that is what is causing the vibration. Situation. Trying to leave a little bit more clay here at the end so I can pull up a rim. I do want this to be a bit bigger. Flattening that out some more. Get that slip out from underneath there. My camera to the other side. I'm hoping that will take care of the tracking jumping issue that I had in last week's video when my hand would go into the water bucket. My camera is automatically tracking, and when it gets closer to the lens like that, it wants to jump because it's tracking my hand, which is closer to the lens. Alright, this is still not out as far as I would like. As I said, I'm looking for a bigger plate. I'm looking to make my husband and I a set of plates. I'm going to keep this bucket away from the camera a bit so I don't get the jumping issues. Still not out there as far as I would like it. This clay is wet. I just reclaimed this, and it may be too wet. I might have to wait. This might become an experiment in wiring off. I seem to be getting better at wiring off. When I get out here to the end here, it is It does seem dry. Pulling and pulling it off. Bad. So I can already tell that this is pulled off of center. I wonder if I push that in a bit over here on the end, if that will help it, if I can get it back. And as I'm teaching myself, these are all learning experiments. All right. And we're going out just a bit more. I'm not real happy with that, but like I said, when I get out here to the end, it seems to be dryish. Take my other sponge. See how my flatness is looking. I'm happy with that. Alright, I'm going to poke my thumb up underneath there, make that wall. For my rim, a bit more. I don't think I want to go much further than that because I think it's going to get weak. I'll take my thumb and index finger and make a bit of a rim, make a bit of a indentation there and push that down and flare that out a bit. And I'm going to pull this rim down a smidge, flatten it out. I do want to get up under there a little bit and make a bit of a foot, so I'm going to use my wooden knife tool to go in, cut off a little bit of that in there. See how that looks? Alright, now we're going to wire it off. Well, first I'm going to take this splash tray off of here. But you have no idea, filming this, how tight I am in here. So, here we go. Okay. Oh, it's always something. I'm learning. Okay. I'll let that dry and come back and see how it does. The plate I threw in the last video dried very well, and no S-cracks, which is a great accomplishment. No S-cracks. Although I haven't really had a problem with S-cracks. And we'll see how wide this one is. Again, I don't think it's not as wide as I want it. So again, it's a practice, but that's what this is all about. So I threw a couple of plates the other day after the plate that I threw on the camera, And I have discovered that I have to not worry about the camera being on, because that was causing me issues on throwing the plates. But I have 3 that I have thrown, and I'm going to trim the bottoms of them now. I trimmed one up earlier today, and it was a little bit drier than I like. I didn't cover it last night because I thought it was wetter than I like. This one seems to be pretty good. The clay is coming off pretty nicely in ribbons. I think later on tonight I'm going to try throwing one more plate with the camera on to see if I can actually teach myself to not worry about the camera being on. So we'll see how that goes. I have one more plate to trim up. Using a little lighter touch here, trying not to get those crumbs embedded back into the plate. Alright, I'm going to try my other tool again here. See which one of these tools I like better. I haven't decided yet. They sort of all have their own place that I like. And you know what I forgot to do on that, my last plate? I was going to start using my pencil to write the 60 plus pottery. Oh, I still got a little McDoink there that I don't like. Let me give us one more. Still a little, just a little area right there. Just not that happy with. But if I try to go over there and get my pencil, it's going to be quite the pain in the hiney. So I guess I'll use my tool here to put my 60 plus, write my 60 plus on there. There we go. All right, this is the plate that I was just trimming. Thought I would show that to you. Get it in the camera. It's wide enough. I like that. And it's the back side of it. Again, I like how I trimmed it. It's still wet, so I'm going to leave it to dry. Thanks again for joining me for 60 Plus Pottery.